Hi everyone and welcome. This is the Origin himself YouTube channel, and I'm back after almost 10 years now, and this is my first ever build on Forza Horizon 6. Now I couldn't resist coming back and playing this game. We started playing with my mates on the original Forza Horizon when we were younger, moved on to Forza Horizon 2, and then since then I've basically never touched the games. I sort of played them when they became free on Xbox, but for the last few years I've not even had the new Xbox because work's been so busy, and I've just never even touched it, to be fair. So luckily I've got the new Xbox. I just had to get it because I knew this game was coming out and I couldn't resist playing the new Forza Horizon. With it being based in Japan, it's just the perfect drifting combination. But what you're seeing on screen now is my first ever drift build, and as you can see I'm only level 4 and with just about enough money to afford the upgrades in my account when I first got it. But this is the first thing I did. I did the first 4 races to get my wristband, and then pretty much just bought my first drift car. So and in my head it had to be something simple and plain. This is quite a low horsepower build, you'll see at the end, but I think we end up around about 700 horsepower. It's just enough to sort of get you going. Now of course the modifications and the rim style and everything is down to your own personal preference. You can even add more horsepower if you wish, but this car is just a bit more of a challenge to drift. I find when you put loads of horsepower in a car, they're just so easy, and I had to relearn how to drift. So you'll probably see, I'm going to try to do a few videos, and depending on how I get on with it with time, because of course I'm 10 years older now, so I've got an actual job and other things to do. So we'll see how I get on with time and making these videos, but I figured just for pure nostalgia I just wanted to do a few drift builds like the old days. Now with this car, as I was just trying to get onto, it's not a very high horsepower build. The higher you go in horsepower, I've always found it easier to drift. They've come with their own challenges, but this, I just wanted a low horsepower build just to try and force me to learn how to drift again without making something stupidly easy. So you might struggle with this car a little bit. We'll talk about the tune in a moment, and walk through how you can sort of make it a little bit more drivable for yourself. But this car, I've played around with the tune a few times. I messed up on the first bit and I forgot to even put the new transmission on, and you'll see that in a moment. I've not gone for the drift transmission because I don't get the point in just having 4 gears. It doesn't make any sense. So I've gone with the race transmission, and I've got the 7 gears in this because it's such a drivable car, and if you're trying to get around to different places, you can chuck it in 7th gear and it won't spin up, if you get what I mean. So you can just get around the map a lot easier. And you'll see on screen later on, because at the end of this video I've got some drift gameplay. I've still not discovered probably even more than a 1/6 of the map so far, so I've got a long way to go. I've only just at the end of making this video found the drift track. So yeah, we've still got a lot to do and I've got a lot to learn really, but as I say, it's all about having time nowadays. But anyway, this is the upgrades you can see on screen. That's pretty much everything done. This is just me going back to it after drifting it for ages without even having the gearbox installed. You can see me debating the 4-speed there, but it just doesn't make sense. So we've got the 6-speed there. You've got to add the drive line in and the clutch, because it just makes the wait, this doesn't even have a clutch, my bad. The diff as well. So I've just went with a drift diff. I don't really know what the differences will be. And then I'll show you the horsepower on screen now. It's 650, so it's just shy of 700 actually. So it's not the highest horsepower build you'll see. It's a bit of a challenging drive, but it works. So we've got our tyre pressures on screen here now. And then the gears, we've just gone, if you look at the 5th and 4th, that's what I've played around with the most. They seem to be the most usable gears. Those are front camber. Now I've gone for toe in at the front, and it's just, I don't know why, it just fell right with this car. A bit more stiff from the rear throughout most of these as well. You can pause it on screen just to get the numbers, and as I say, you can just play around with it. If it feels a bit too, if it spins around a bit too much, then just bring the anti-roll bars and the springs down a little bit. But other than that, say this is a car just to get used to. It's a bit more of a challenging build, and it sort of teaches you a little bit more to drift. If you start learning to drift with these cars, then it's going to make anything else you build later on down the line a lot easier. Now, I've already went ahead and built a second car, and it drifts insanely good compared to this one. I mean, this is great. Don't get me wrong, but the next car I built is a lot faster, and I'm excited to get that one out. So, but this has put me back into the drifting, the Skyline, and I'll definitely be using it in some of the tighter courses. But yeah, hopefully this helps you guys. I've just got some gameplay on screen now, and I'll leave you with that. But essentially, if you've got any builds you want to see, or if this video helps you out at all, then just let me know in the comments what you want to see next. But the next video, car I should say, I'll arrange, so I'll get that out hopefully next week. But thanks for watching, hope it helps, and I'll see you in the next video.